too, and it's always good to hear everything that's going on and stuff. So all right, let's thank our sponsors this morning, Tracy.
We're going to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Per Lead Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates with Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, and Temple and Temple.
Thank you to our great sponsors. And, it looks like we might be in for a Good Friday, right?
Yes. And it's Friday.
Friday, we call it.
All Fridays are good.
Definitely. Yeah. I think it's a mood changer, don't you?
It is.
Yeah. And yesterday I had to go up to Seymour, and that rain was just pouring, and the intersection there between Scottsburg and Seymour is just such a tricky intersection.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of wrecks and a lot going on.
Gosh,
and so anyway, I think, I'm happy that we're not having the rain today, so.
Yeah. But it's going to be a good Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're on to the 6th day of June, right? That's crazy.
Already.
So June is the 6th month. So when you have the 6/6, so you'd have Bonzel Bottler Day, and that's a day to party.
Oh,
it's called Party Day.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Whenever the month and the day are the same, it's Bonzel Bottler Day.
Okay, didn't
so
know
you'd
that.
be 6/6/25.
Yeah.
2025. Yeah. So right, if that's am I saying that right? Tracy, just shake your head if something seems wrong. Okay.
I don't know any better. So
but I do know. Okay, Bonzel Bottler Day. It's a day to celebrate. This is actually D-Day. I knew that. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, definitely. Drive-in movie day. How do you like a good drive-in movie?
I haven't been for a long time, but yeah, when I do go, I enjoy it.
So, do you remember, did you ever come to go to the drive-in here in Salem? Yes. Wasn't that so much fun?
Yeah. You had to, back in the day.
Let's hear. I'd like to hear your version. Yeah.
Early 90s, I guess, in a big station wagon.
Yes.
With the little speaker, all the kids piled in the back.
Yeah.
Good times.
Right. And remember the snack bar?
Yeah.
I can still remember the food. It was like, the food was like the best.
Yeah.
It just was so good. They had the best hot dogs. They had barbecues, sandwiches. They had, trying to remember everything. They had, of course, popcorn, and they had a grape drink, like almost like a grape knee-high.
Yeah.
That was just, and it was in this machine that you would see it turning. And it was just like, I don't know, just those memories are just so, and like you said, pulling up and you put the speaker, and then, it was funny because then, like, if you stayed for the second show, everybody was so tired. You always had to make sure you remembered to take the speaker out of your window,
You don't want to take the speaker home.
Yes. I don't think they wanted the speaker to go home. Yeah. So, yeah, I love a drive-in movie. Yeah. I know these, we still have some around, and which are fun to go to, and it's always a great time. And if you have a truck or something, you can kind of put like an air mattress and just sit there and
sit in the back and under the stars and watch a movie.
Yeah.
Can't get any better.
No, I love it. Love every bit of it. So drive-in movie day. Let's see here. Ooh, National Applesauce Cake Day.
I know a lot of people make cakes with applesauce.
Yes, and I have done that, and it's really good.
Yeah.
They're very moist. They're really good. Yeah, applesauce cake day. I think sometimes I forget about that. The other day, I had one that they put Dr. Pepper in. Have you ever done that before? The different, and my sorority will make up food baskets sometimes, and desserts, and we'll take a box cake. You just take a box cake, and then you put like a 7-Up or a Sprite or a Dr. Pepper or Coke, and they can use that as their ingredients. And then instead of like the eggs, and stuff, if they don't have it, and it's kind of like a cake in a box.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that works. I'm just, because if you are at home and you don't have, for some reason, you run out of some of those ingredients,
use a soda.
There you go.
Yeah.
National Churro Day, like churros.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And when they're just like fresh, warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very. Yeah. Ooh, National Donut Day.
I saw that on Facebook this morning.
Why are we not celebrating, Tracy? We missed this one.
H&R this morning.
Oh, man. What's your favorite kind of donut?
Oh, I like it just a plain glazed donut.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That's you just can't beat it, can you?
No.
Yeah. I like that, and I do I do like the lemon field, or like a, some kind of a berry field too.
Raspberry.
Raspberry. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Those are good. But, or the different creams that are in them,
Yeah. Long John. That's
don't
heaven.
even. We were working one night at the tower. Well, we worked the whole day from the morning and all we had were donuts, and that's all we had the whole day. Those Long Johns, and I have never ate so many. Like, because that was your breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh my goodness,
All the sugar.
Oh, it was just, and then of course then you sugar crash.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do love those too. National Eyewear Day. Very important with the sun, to make sure you wear your sunglasses, take care of your eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so National Eyewear Day. Oh, National Fish and Chip Day.
Gotta love some fish and chips.
Love that. They're kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? I do. Yeah. Do you remember whenever they used to use almost like a newspaper look? I think they do that across the pond. I think they do that, and I don't think it was real newspaper. I think it was like a lining. I want to think that, because I would think that ink. I wouldn't want the ink to bleed.
Right.
So I'm thinking that but the Fish and Chip Day. So all right. Oh, National Gardening Exercise Day. There you go.
Oh, we all need that today. Yes,
so what have you? Today. So your garden, you're gonna hit it hard this weekend?
Well, like I said earlier, I was gonna finish my flower bed that I started a few weeks ago, and I had kind of got put on hold for different reasons. So I'll finish my flower bed, and hopefully my house is getting painted soon. So once that gets done, then I can plant some plants. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful. Yeah. Yay. Oh, that's going to be nice. Spring or kind of sprucing that there. Yeah. So what are you planting? What kind of flowers? I have to know.
I haven't decided yet. I really like the hydrangea trees. I may do one of those. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to have to consult with somebody, and I have a huge rhododendron out front, so I have to work around that. And
don't if he's happy, let him be happy. Yeah. Well, I think I love that, and I think I've been trying to do the I've just got a message. Sorry. I've been doing the where like the ground cover, and it's amazing how many weeds. Like, you have to really keep the weeds out so that ground cover will go. Yeah.
What kind of ground cover do you use?
I don't know what they're called. I can.
Yeah.
I will let you know though.
Like the creeping thyme.
Yes, it's there's creeping. I kind of got a mixture of different things. I'm going to say the word, and I hope I'm saying it right. Is it called sedum? Sedum? Yeah, like that. Yeah. I think that was if I'm saying that right. A lot of times I just, and then a lot of times you'll have different, gardeners will come up with their own creative names, and you'll say something to someone and they're like, what is that? Yeah. And I'm that person that I have got some weird names for things that Tracy, you would probably knock your socks off. You'd be like, what is she? And then if you came to my house, you'd be like, oh, okay.
I know what that is.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah. That wasn't like anything like the name, but I'm with you on that. And I think it's very, very therapeutic to do flowers, and finally my roses are just beautiful.
I think the roses are doing excellent this year.
They love that.
All the rain.
They love that rain. Someone cue the roses. Mine are beautiful, and I couldn't decide on a color, so I have so many different colors. I couldn't, and I love every one of them. I just liked them all. I
love the hot pink.
Yes.
Knockout roses. They're so gorgeous.
And I like the which I got some of those, and I also got some of the like the antique. It's almost like a purple, but it's like a purple pink, or kind of it's an antique color. I'd love to do that with I'd love to have in my head. I'd love to host. I don't know when I'm ever going to do this, but for some reason in my head, I'd love to host a tea party, and have those old fashioned roses. Yes, wouldn't that be? I know.
Yeah.
That is in my head, but it's never been put to doing it.
Well, don't they have tea time at the apothecary? Maybe you could.
That's what I need to do. Bring my old fashioned roses and sit up there. Anybody wants to join me, come ahead. Okay. I'd love that. But anyway, National Gardening Exercise. And this was something that we used to have gardening programs on WSLM more so. Now we have, which we're very thankful for our farmers. We have more farming programs, but they always talked about, in the spring, like kind of doing some stretches and exercises before you get.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
And we don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we'll just be, like you said, like you're going to get up probably early, maybe drink your coffee, and then you're going to head out and do your gardening and start pulling those weeds and start bending and start, you know, twisting and doing all that. And it's really good though. And I remember they did a whole segment on how important it was to, in the spring and summer, before you go out to do your gardening, to do a little stretches and exercise.
Yeah.
So
a good idea.
It makes sense.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Out your back.
Yeah.
Weeds.
I can't get up. Could someone please? Right? Yes.
Especially if you're out there by yourself.
Oh, I know. You just kind of waller. You kind of roll. Yeah. You hope nobody sees it. The dog looks at you a little crazy. Oh, you've come over to my side.
I'm glad to have company here.
That's right. Exactly. But I think too with that too. Again, I know we're talking about exercise, but also making sure you stay hydrated.
Yes.
Drink that water, you know. And we had a dear friend of the station, and he always said, he was military, and he always said that if you're going to be outside the next, like if you're planning on being outside, let's say Saturday, drink plenty of water today, Friday, get a lot of water in you to prepare for the next day. Yeah. That's what the military would always get you real hydrated. Try to the day before you go out.
Yeah.
So
good idea.
Makes sense. Yeah. So that's just the moms in us here reminding everybody, you know, and I'm bad about that. You know what I mean? And I will get out there and get zapped and realize I should have
drank some water.
Yeah. Yeah. National Gun Violence Awareness Day. And I am completely, you know, a fan of guns, but I do believe you have to give respect and you have to give education.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge advocate. Educate. Yeah. So, National Higher Education Day. Okay. Hats off to those. Higher Education Day. National Hunger Awareness Day. Boy, that's something that we're really trying to work on. You know, we have a beautiful food bank, and we have, you know, and you can donate any time a year for that. I know we have a lot of different organizations that give and do, but if you are, you know, just want to do it, you know, buy a little extra, maybe on your grocery shopping and drop it off. I know they're very grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know the schools right now, I know Salem schools, and I know there's other schools too, is doing a food program, and it's a free food, and that is a blessing. And then you don't have to, they don't have all the hoops that you have to jump through.
Does that run all summer long?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a huge blessing. And they really are encouraging people to, you know, to do that. And why not, you know, what a blessing for families, you know? And so National Hunger Awareness Day. National Yo-Yo Day. How are you? Good with a yo-yo, Tracy?
I'm not.
Can you walk the dog? Can you loop?
Can you?
Well, in my head, no. I okay. I'll say this: as a child, I was better. Okay, it seems like now, because I've not done it lately, it's like horrible. But I kind of would do that, where it kind of like where like you did a swing set, like where so the swing kind of, you know, back and forth.
Yeah.
A little bit. Don't, you know, I'm not that, I wouldn't be in a competition.
No.
By no means, And, but I always like getting them, and then they would have the light up ones, which was fun.
Yeah.
You know, when you have the light up ones and everything. So, and it does make a difference when you buy a good one, like a little more expensive yo-yo versus the cheap ones. Yeah. The cheap ones are a little harder to work with. Russian Language Day. Cannot talk any of that. No, wouldn't even attempt at that. Yeah. Yeah. So the Indy driver, Alex, he, which we're going to be talking with him on Coffee Club. He's going to call him. So he had, you know, he's from Spain, and he, you know, spoke Spanish, and he, it sounded so beautiful. I could have listened to him just talking. I don't know what he was saying, but it was really cool. That was really, that was really neat. I love to hear the different languages, but I took Latin, and that's just not, I'm not very good at, I'm still not good at that. Toga, you know.
I start Duolingo about every 6 months and start on a different
Do you
language,
really?
But then I get busy. And
what's the easiest one for you? Like what do you feel like the easiest one to learn?
German hasn't been that bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you listen like on tape and just?
Well, Duolingo, so like you can like have you ever been on like apps like that?
No,
So-
I've seen them on. I've seen shows with them, and
yeah. So
tell you
yeah,
what-
it just goes through like different lessons. You know, you start out the very beginner, and so you can listen to the audio, so you can like hear the pronunciation of the words, or you can just. A lot of times, if I'm, you know, somebody's watching TV beside me or whatever, I'll just turn it down and skip the audio parts and just try to memorize the words and
that's fun.
and their meanings and how they use them. And yeah, it's fun. Like I said, but then I get sidetracked and life gets busy. And
yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be really neat. I've seen where like they've, you know, had it and like where they say it and like you said, they pronounce it right, and then
Yeah.
you have to pronounce it.
yeah,
I don't know, you know, I I don't know if I could do that, you know what I mean? But I admire and I love that. I do love to hear all that, but I don't think I'm that person,
Yeah.
you know, on that.
yeah.
But and then what would be, so you're German, and what's your other?
Spanish. I
think it'd be so nice to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just,
Spanish. I mean, you can use that in
Yeah.
a lot of different areas of the world. So
yeah.
It's probably, I think it's harder than German, but
Is it really?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, and it might be. I don't know. I've heard English is like the hardest though,
Yeah.
actually, because we have so many words for things.
Yeah,
Like just
that mean different words that
sayings. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Remember? Yeah. And like they've gone through like all of the different things that like we say, you know, and
two and two.
and I feel like sometimes, and I'm guilty. I'm not just talking about, you know, I feel like sometimes we get sloppy in our words.
Yeah, we do.
You know, just I get very there's some sloppy. Try to clean it up, try to get it, you know, not dirty. I'm just meaning
Yeah,
like sloppy, just
yeah.
in some of the, you know, sayings, I guess. Some
Yeah.
of them. So anyway. All right. So the big kick right now is watching like celebrities, like what they how they turn back time and how they eat and what they eat, you know. That's like, I think that's been around for a long time, people. But Dolly Parton has one food that she has every single day. Do you have like that one food that you have every day?
I have eggs every day.
That is so awesome. Krista does that too.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, and I work with a nurse. She has a farm, so she brings me farm fresh eggs every couple weeks, and yeah, 2 eggs every day.
I am so impressed. I love that. I love that so much. That's yay, and good for you, that protein.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love farm fresh eggs.
I am so somewhat jealous of that. I really do. I really want to work. I want to love eggs, and I love that because I think it's so good protein and so good for you. Yeah, good for you. Yeah. I'm not that person, but I like that person. I like that you know what I mean? Good for you. Yeah. Well, despite being one of the most, you know, recognized people on earth, Dolly Parton is still one of us. And she proved it once again by admitting to the one thing that she eats every day, and that's potatoes.
Oh.
She doesn't need anything glamorous. She said it's just like for, quote, good, healthy, hearty food.
Yeah.
So here's what she said on the Today Show recently. I have to have something with potatoes. I mean, I'm just one of those people that I have to have either a baked potato, some mashed potatoes, or some French fries, or something to do with potatoes. And so, who knew we were all on the same diet,
right?
Is what they said. Yes. Because now I'm a potato person.
Yeah, I like potatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know, American people have shied away a lot from potatoes over the last 10 years.
Because like
they are really healthy for you.
And I think the carb, the people that like carb count, I think, right? And that wouldn't potatoes something that was like a no or something.
Kind of a keto or
keto. That's that's
no
I
carb.
thinking. Yeah, I think they kind of steered away. But then I've heard more people going back to the to the potatoes.
Your body needs carbs. There's obviously people that can't have them for their diabetic reasons and things, but
yeah, I've seen people get really grouchy.
Yeah, we need carbs.
Go eat a piece of bread real quick. Here's bread. This will make you happy. I could drop some names here, but we won't do that, Tracy. Okay. Yeah. That'll be the coffee after hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Coffee club after hours. But I do, I do that. I think that's funny. And you know, very good and well, she was raised country, you know,
oh yeah,
Yes. But I do love a good baked potato. I love mashed potatoes, and I do French fries. I don't think I've really found a French or a potato I don't like.
No,
Yeah.
you can have them anyway, and they're
Yeah.
delicious.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. So that's funny that she has to have one of those
Yeah.
every single day. I'm with Dolly on that. Yeah. She talked about, I got to see her and meet her last year. She talked about like going through the drive-through sometimes, and like they had to have they have like an RV. And so she'd be in the back and her husband would order, and the ladies at the drive-through kind of got to know him and would say, "Is Dolly in there?"
We want to see Dolly.
Yeah, they would. And if she wasn't done up, he'd say, "Yeah, but you're not going to see her," or something like that. Yes, she is, but but you're not going to see her. I always thought those were
Yeah.
funny stories. But you think about that,
Yeah.
just and because she always likes to be done up, and we love that about her.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Also, speaking of that, some of the best smells, like that, which really like has a lot to do with the way you behave, the way you feel. Don't you feel
Right.
that way?
Yeah.
It changes your mood.
Yeah.
Just, you know. So what, like, do you have like a certain smell that you just love?
Lavender. I
Oh,
love lavender.
yeah.
Just fresh lavender. Just
It's-
crush it between your fingers, and
Yes.
it's so good.
Yeah. And I love lemongrass.
Yeah. Ooh, I like lemongrass.
Yeah.
Anything lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon
And
balm.
it's funny, they told me this, which I don't know. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not an expert, but like your body changes, like like 1 week it might be, they always said that like if you're going to do aroma therapy, or to smell before you do it what your body's wanting at that point.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it might choose lavender, and then like a week later it might choose the lemongrass, or all the different smells.
Yeah.
Like that we
That's
say.
interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah.
Your body will different.
Yeah.
And kind of tell you. If we listen to our bodies, we would actually be a lot better off.
I think so too.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we would get our silly will that we have to do, but if we listen to our bodies, we'd probably be a little bit better off. Yeah, I think it's telling us what to do.
Yeah.
Not to have that third cookie or second cookie.
Maybe eat a potato and
Yeah.
smell some lavender in your
Eat an
bed.
apple. You know what I mean? Yeah, smell some lavender, eat an apple. But what is it? My body's saying, "Oh no," but my heart is saying,
Oh yes.
Yeah. So bad. Okay, so earlier this week, people were talking about sounds. We talked about different sounds that people like. Now we're moving into smells that people like. Here's a ranking of the best smells in the world. It's funny because like growing up, it's what I love. Okay, I'll go back to the sounds. I love hearing so many people say that, and this is, kind of self-serving on my end, but talking about that they remember waking up to the sounds of WSLM on the radio.
Right.
You couldn't tell me anything more kinder when I hear that.
Right.
You know what I mean? How wonderful for us to be a part of your wake up morning or
Right.
day.
Yeah,
That
sure.
I love that. So I love those sounds. Now on smells, I remember I think one of the things that was so cool little, like waking up at my grandma's house and smelling those homemade biscuits.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny how smells just
stick with you.
Yes. Yeah.
throughout the
Or like
years.
someone's perfume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like certain like cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
I use a certain
Murphy's oil soap. Like,
Yes,
that
I
takes
have
me back to
it's
so
so-
many things.
and I have a certain cleaning supply or cleaner that I use, that it's funny. My son-in-law's always, "Oh, we're there. We're at your house." You know what I mean? They know my house. You know what I mean? It's just funny the different smells that you kind of relate to people.
Right.
Yeah. And or like stores, like if you go to
Mhm.
like department stores, there'll be certain smells that.
Yeah.
Do you feel that too?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, here are a few new ranking of the best smells in the world. And so they actually did a huge poll of 13,000 people. Here's the top 20. Number 1, freshly baked bread.
Oh, we can't go wrong with that.
I know. Yeah. I have a daughter that bakes bread, and it's.
Does she do like the sourdough? And
She did, and she did it yesterday. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah. And let me just say, 10 out of 10, chef kiss. Beautiful. Yeah. She did the sourdough, and it was just perfect. Yeah. And everything was, yeah. Number 2, after it rains.
Mm,
I love that. Is it not
earthy
feels
smell?
so
Yeah.
clean. Such a cleanness. Okay, number 3, cold mountain air.
Mm,
I love that so
yeah.
much. I like that. I like going to the mountains.
I haven't spent a whole lot of time in the mountains,
Okay.
so
Well,
I don't know that smell. But
that's probably one of my favorite things to do is like cabin mountain. You know, I love every bit of it. And like sitting out there on a cold morning with
having
coffee. That's when you know, like I feel like, you know how like I always try to, you know, look like, you know, that's when you feel like you've made it.
Yeah.
You know, when you're
You
I don't care if I don't care if the doors creak. I don't care if the door's not even hardly on the hinge. I don't care what, you know, if you're in, you know, if the chair will somewhat hold you up,
right,
you know, and you're sitting there drinking coffee,
you've made it.
you've made it. I promise. Life is good, you know, on a cold mountain air. Yeah, I agree. Let's see here. Cookies fresh from the oven. Now, see, I figured that would be number 1.
Yeah.
The like cookies in the oven.
Yeah.
And like chocolate chip. And you know, when they go to sell houses, remember they used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cook fresh cookies and make it smell so good. I do love that. Number 5, sea breeze.
Yeah, that's
Come
my
on.
favorite.
You
Yeah.
just sit down there and just, especially mornings.
Yeah.
Isn't it just like watching the sun come up and
having your coffee? I like to, when I'm at the beach, I like to just go down to the beach with my coffee and walk towards the sun. And that's when I know I've made it.
Yeah, me too. No, I think I've made it there too. I'm with you. I'm making it a lot of places. You know, you've made it. You know, I don't know. I think that, yeah, I'm with you on that. And it just like, and then you like take those deep breaths and you're getting all that in.
Yeah.
Isn't that just so refreshing?
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
And the
does
sound.
Wonderful things for your soul.
It does. And just the sound of it all, just, you know, just wonderful. The sea breeze is number 5. Oh, number 6. Oh, this is my kryptonite too. Peanut M&Ms and cinnamon rolls. Yeah, you will lure me. You will lure me in your car. You will lure me in the car if you have either one. I have no self-control on those things. Yeah, those things are very dangerous. Cinnamon rolls, yes,
they are.
And the same daughter that bakes the bread bakes cinnamon rolls. And I tell her, it's just, she can't do it. I tell her not to do it too often for me because it's, you know,
she's gonna have to bring us some for coffee club.
Oh, and she will, and but I'm not real. Like I will share some, but
pretty stingy with your cinnamon rolls.
I'm that person. No, I've been better. I'm really working on myself. I'm being better about that. But I would share with you, Tracy. Yes, I would. Okay, number 7, chocolate chip cookies. Now I thought that would be number 1, but chocolate chip cookies, love chocolate and fresh out of the oven. Oh, McDonald's has got. I'm telling you, if you want some chocolate chip cookies, go order them, and they're fresh, they're warm, and actually when they give them to you, they're so that chocolate is melty. Just Tracy, everything you want. And then my favorite is McDonald's coffee. You get a coffee and you get the chocolate chips. Again, you feel like you made it. You feel like you made it. You know what I mean?
It's going to be a good day.
And you're going to have to sit down as soon as you get them because you're going to want to sit down and enjoy them. Yeah. So, number 8, vanilla. They have a lot of vanilla perfumes. And they say, I don't know if this is right, but I've heard vanilla like cleans like all of the scents, like smells. Like if you have like some odors, that like vanilla will clean all of the.
I see it like people will take, like drops of vanilla and put it in like their paint cans when they're painting their home. To get rid of the paint smell.
And I've seen it like also like put a little bit like in their cleaners or what, just too, like their spray. Vanilla is supposed to like clean all of the smells away. So, and I've candles like it's burning a vanilla candle. Number 9, fresh clothes out of the dryer. Come on,
that's a pretty good one.
Yes. So I remember like the girls, like they would be watching TV and I would bring up the laundry and just throw it on them. You know what I mean? And they help me fold this. You know what I mean? Dump it on them. But I think they love that feel. You know what I mean?
Clothes warm out of the
dryer or a blanket. Just yes. Yeah. It is good. Fresh clothes out of the dryer. Oh, here we go. Number 10, a real Christmas tree.
That's a pretty special smell.
Oh,
when that will take you back.
Then it go back. Yes. All of those and those huge bulbs.
Yeah.
That were like hot as fire. I mean, like you didn't ever want to back up and hit one of those. And yet for some reason they didn't burn down the tree. How that, I don't know. That's Christmas magic right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. A real Christmas tree. I love that. Yeah. Love that. Number 11, here you go. Lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lavender's
such a calming smell.
It's and a lavender bath.
Yes.
Ooh.
So special.
Yeah. 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 That's when you know you've made it, right? Too. Number 12, wood.
I like the smell of wood.
I do too. Mm-hmm. Like if you go like to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and you walk through that, I feel like I I want to build something. I'm so out of my league, Tracy.
Like, I know.
I don't say it out loud. I just, I'll say it like here out loud, but I would never, because I would, if someone said, what do you want to build? I don't know.
It's one of those things I've always wanted to learn is how to use power tools.
Oh, they look so.
I'd be unstoppable.
Oh, I know.
I'd probably build a house.
I know. And I think that anybody would have to have the patience of Job of watching me hammer, put a nail in the wood. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because there'll be several fingers hit. You know what I mean? Nobody ever says to me, "Let me hold that nail for you," because
at least you know your limits.
I'm not the best hit. Okay, my target. I'm a little bit off my game on that. Yeah. So, but I do love the smell of wood, and we got one of those. Hang on, we borrowed one of those nail guns. Oh my goodness, Tracy!
Did you use it?
Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. Zip, zip, whoop, whoop, or whatever, you know what I mean? They make a little sound and whoop, yep, go right in. Yeah, but I just want to say, when I said, let me try that, everybody in the room like froze.
Like, let us exit the room first. Like, exactly. Watch where you're aiming that thing.
Yeah. Even the dog ran. Yeah, but I did. That's a game changer. I'm telling you. That's when you feel like you made it. Those things are, so Father's Day is coming around the bend, so that might be something. But so wood is cool. Number 13, citrus.
Yes.
I think cleaning with citrus is really good.
Yeah.
And
sometimes, like when I want my house to feel fresh, I'll, if I have oranges laying around, I'll eat an orange and then just boil the peel.
I do that too.
Yeah.
And it makes it smell so good.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, this is off the subject real quick, but we were talking about roses, and I've heard this, and I do this, and I don't know if they just, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but take the banana peels and put those around your roses.
Ooh.
And the roses like that. I did it.
I guess, in the banana.
Yeah, I did it one time where I like took the banana peels and then I put them in water and let them set for a little bit, and then I poured it on the rose. And then someone said you can just put the banana peel by the base of the rose, and of course the rain will bring it.
Yeah.
I do it. I kept thinking, though, I'm bringing all of the raccoons, possums. I'm invitation.
Like 20 years ago, probably, I had some like super fabulous house plant, and I was watching some DIY show or something, and they're like, oh, if you take like eggshells and crush them up around your plants, it'll do all these things. Well, I don't know if I put any too many eggshells, but I like burnt up my like fabulous plant. Like it was devastating. I'm like, I'll never do that again.
I did not like it. Oh no. See, and I know when they make it, and then I heard coffee. So I was telling someone, and they poured hot coffee on my plant, and it burnt, and it killed my plant. And I was like, no, the coffee grounds, don't. Yeah. So you have to be on those when you do things like that, like and eggshells. I've heard of that before. I've not done the eggshells, but not happy.
Of course, I was really before the internet, so there was no way to really look. I mean, I guess I could probably went to the library, but I was just like, oh, let me try that.
Yeah, and it did not like it.
Not work out well.
No, not good. That's not funny, but funny. But yeah. So number 14, burning wood, which again, like a fireplace and the burning wood. I love a good.
People probably burnt more wood, I don't know, years ago, but
yeah,
it's again another one of those smells that'll take you back to your childhood.
I love that. Yeah, I like the wood smoke. Yes, I love all that. Yeah, just love everybody that. Number 15, cinnamon. That's a good, yeah, that's another
I
good
like
one.
that at Christmas time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Oh, 16 apple pie. Oh, get out.
Yeah. That's heaven.
Again, yeah, you made it,
Yeah.
right? Apple pie. Oh, I love apple pie. Uh, number 17. Okay, we did the after rain, but this is like the moments before it rains.
Yeah. Like you
When
could just smell the rain
when
in
it's
the
all
air.
brewing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. When I had horses, they you could always see they would always like act different right before the rain,
Yeah.
which was always fun to see how they, their
Instinct kicking in.
their energy
Yeah.
level, everything was, yeah, yeah. Number 18, lilacs.
I love a lilac
Oh,
bush in the spring.
me too. And I love lilac.
Yeah.
It's usually a spring flower, and that was my birthday, and I always used to get lilacs around my
yeah.
birthday, so that always reminds me of that. Yeah. Number 19, mint.
I like mint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do too.
It's energizing.
And you could put it in so many things,
Yeah.
in your water, your tea. Yeah, I grow mint and use it. I just have to make sure that the dog hasn't used it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 20, jasmine. I think that's some of the. I've had some perfume with jasmine in it. It
yeah.
smells really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real good smell. And again, on any of these smells, though, it's like different chemistry in your body.
Yeah.
Some it stays with. Is there anything on here that you? Okay, here are a few that other entries that didn't make the top 20. Freshly ground coffee. Now
I love that.
That's like my number one.
Yeah.
When I walk in a coffee shop,
Yeah.
I'm
hooked.
Yes. Again, I'm a little jealous for the people that are working there.
Yeah.
You get this every day. You get to hang out every day and do this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So yeah, freshly ground coffee. I agree that. Oh, another one, freshly popped popcorn. Oh,
That's a pretty good one.
yeah. We went to the movies the other night, and just that movie theater popcorn. What is it?
butter,
Yeah. Just yeah. Another one, bacon frying.
Yeah.
My dogs go, like it's whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that'll send them into
a frenzy of frying bacon.
Frying bacon is just like, yes. Yeah. Yeah. A new car.
Yeah, that's a good smell.
I love a new car smell. I wish like my old car smelled like a new car. They have that spray.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I can't keep it. Can't spray in it enough. You know what I mean? To get that. I love, it's just that new car smell.
Yeah.
Oh, and when somebody said they get a new car, I run out I want to smell your new car. And the last one didn't make it, but grandma's house, which I have memories of my grandma's house too. Yeah.
That's a special smell.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't spend the night a lot, but boy, when you did, you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that smell.
Yeah.
Just so good. Another one, this one didn't make it, but gasoline.
Yeah. Like a faint smell of gasoline. I like it. Yeah.
I know. I always I didn't want to say it out loud, and then I heard other people say it, and then I'm like, okay. Yeah. I didn't know if I was
like the weirdo.
Yeah. Why I like this gasoline smell.
And matches.
Oh, it's a different, which now we have those fire starters or the lighters or whatever they call them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or maybe fire sticks, whatever the proper name is, whatever, that lighting thing. But I do love a good match.
Yeah.
Those just, fresh money.
That smells good.
Yeah, it smells real good. I've got one that they don't have on here. Okay, I can't wait. Okay. The next one, permanent markers. You know how, the smell of markers. Yeah. Yeah. The last one that some entries that didn't go very high, but marijuana. No.
It's not my jam.
I think it smells like a skunk.
Yeah.
Okay. You're somewhere and you're like, oh my gosh. There must be a skunk somewhere.
Yeah.
That's my code. You ever hear me say that? Something's, like at concerts or something, you know what I mean? It's like, okay. But anyway, I think one that I'm like surprised that they didn't do, like after you like make copies. Remember in school, whenever like they would pass out, like someone had made copies and the smell of the ink. The smell of that. And everybody did it. Yeah. Everybody, as soon as you got your paper, you smelled it, right? And I would think that would be.
Mine would be puppy breath.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
How did that not
I
make the list?
I don't.
Somewhere.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Is it not that it's the weirdest, worst,
Yeah.
but best?
Yeah.
And we were talking about that the other day because I said I loved it, and someone said, "Yeah, that is so gross."
No, I love puppy breath.
Me too. It's just so hilarious, you know, and you only get it for a moment because then they start growing up, and it goes into the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's hilarious. I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, puppy breath. Yeah. So those are some really good smells, and I'm sure we're missing things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it you know, just certain smells and certain that just brings you back to different feelings, and you know, and like, okay, let's go back to Disney World. You know, that was something that was important to Walt Disney, was to have that when you entered into Disney World. He wanted that popcorn smell, that the amusement smell.
Yeah.
And if you go in, I think they actually kind of have where they blow out the smell too.
Oh, okay.
And which that happens a lot.
Yeah.
We have restaurants that do that.
Yeah.
Over right across the street that pull me in. I'll walk out. Oh goodness, that smells. Yes. But also they always have that popcorn there to kind of bring you into that different vibe.
Yeah.
Brings you into that, which works.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. So I think I always think though, like, I guess like I've heard people talk about like if they wanted to go to Paris, and I can't think of some kind of a pastry drinking with maybe a cappuccino. I'm just trying to get almost like a photo that you would see. And I heard someone, you made it when you're doing that.
Yeah.
So I always try to figure out, let's bring it back home. You made it.
Yeah.
And I think, a lot of these, you've made it when you have sitting there and you're getting these smells or that feeling back.
Yeah.
Don't you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those are very important and very valuable.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's things that people are yelling at the radio that we forgot, right? Yeah. And I have like perfumes, and I think I said this the other day, but my daughters know my perfume.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Yeah. Because I went to one of my daughter's work, and as soon as I walked in, she didn't even see me yet. Didn't know I was coming. And she's like, my mom's here. My mom's here somewhere.
Do you have a collection that you rotate through?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, I've kind of really changed it up. Yeah. I always, what she was referring to when my signature was sunflowers.
Yes.
Yeah. I love sunflowers.
Like Elizabeth Arden.
Arden. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I love that. And that would be what she probably would always, my mom, because growing up, that's what I always wore. But I've changed it a little bit different. But yeah, I just love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have one?
I got 3 of them that I'm rotating through right now. Just Burberry, and then Miss Dior.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And then Marc Jacobs Daisy.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So I kind of rotate between those 3.
I like Happy too.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
I like
awesome.
the good the other one I've got, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm on it right now. I kind of rotate the different ones too.
Whatever mood I'm in.
Yes, too. Yeah. But I just think that it's funny that like certain smells remind you of people, and and certain signatures or cologne on men, certain cologne. Yeah. So I was at Home Depot, and I think I told you this. I don't know if I told you this, but this man walked by and he had the best smelling cologne on, and I was trying to find it for my husband, you know what I mean? But so I had to. He was fast, and I had to find him. I was like, and I kept smelling all the way. I smelled it all the way. I was following the trail, and he finally stopped, and I'm like, what is that? And he told me, and it was the okay, hang on. I'm not going to remember the name of it. I'll tell you. Okay. Do you remember the commercial with Johnny Depp?
Yes. What was that?
Remember, like, where he has the wolves?
Yeah.
And like Johnny Depp, it's funny because it was that. It's that. I can't remember the name of it.
I can see the commercial.
Do you remember the commercial? Yeah. That stuff smells fantastic, Tracy. Yes. And it was funny because he said his wife, and I was like, oh, I'm getting it from my husband. Yeah. I clarified. I'm not, you know what I mean? There's no connection here. I just want to know what the cologne is you've got on, And so anyway, but it's which I've seen the commercial over and over. I think it's that one, or is there one that Johnny Depp has water, either the water one or the cologne or I can't remember exactly how the commercials goes, but I know it's Johnny Depp. Yeah. And so and I can't remember the name
We'll
of
have
it,
to
but
look it up.
it smells
Yeah.
really fantastic. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so he said his wife likes it too, but it really, and it's funny because it stayed on him, like certain smells stays on
Yeah.
people, you know, better,
Reacts with your
your
pheromones.
chemistry and stuff. So that smelled, yeah, it was just funny that, and he works there. So I love that. You know what I mean? So, you know, all of the employees know where he's at all times. So
he can't hide.
no, he's not. Yeah. Yeah. But he's fast. Let me tell you, he's very fast. So anyway, so that's kind of fun. The best smells: bread, rain, and grandma's house.
Yeah.
So there we go. That was the wrap up of that. So anyway, I forgot to say the Pacers won last night. Oh my gosh,
fun.
Tracy, that was a tough game.
Yeah, I didn't watch
It came down to the wire. It looked like you know, that it wasn't going to happen, and it looks like it, you know, woo, and they pulled it out. You know what I mean? But it wins a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter, you know, what, a win's a win. So
take it.
yeah. So anyway, congratulations. Let's see. Hopefully they'll just keep going and get it and be done and get her done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're I should have worn my blue and gold. I've wore so many Pacers clothes. So but anyway, they got the win without my lucky socks. Obviously my lucky socks doesn't matter. They're going to get the win no matter what. So so here's some random facts for Fridays, just some fun things to talk about supper table tonight. The oldest truck, oh, excuse me, not truck. The oldest track on Spotify's 100 most streamed songs is, what do you think that is?
Gosh.
The most streamed song.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody from 1975.
Wow, that's a fun one.
It is so much fun. Do you not, like, as soon as when that starts, like, I don't care who's around, it's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right?
Karaoke in the car.
Isn't that just like, oh my goodness. And here's a fun thing. You know, every words to it. You know what I mean? It's like everybody knows, it's a song that everybody knows all of the words, you know? And yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody from 1975. It's the 35th with 2.8 billion streams. The second is Queen's Don't Stop Me Now. I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
You know that?
yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody knows that too, from 1979, which is 92nd. So it's the oldest track on Spotify. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Queen.
You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to see them with Adam Lambert.
Oh.
And
I bet that was a good time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very respectful. Like, they didn't know how he was going to do, you know what I mean? But like, he brought his own uniqueness, but then he kept to the same Queen.
Yeah.
But he was respectful in everything he did. It was wonderful. Yeah. We left wanting a lot more.
Yeah.
Let's see, the first big studio movie feature with the F word. I did not know this. This was the studio movie MASH in 1970.
Oh.
Wonder if they had to pay a fine, because we just talked about whenever, remember, frankly, my dear, I don't give a, remember Rhett Butler? Oh my goodness. Oh my, one of my favorites. Oh gosh, what's wrong with me? I can't think. I'm sorry. Gone with the Wind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had to pay a $5,000 fine for that, but it was worth it because it made the impact.
Yeah.
So I wonder if MASH had to pay a fine.
Yeah.
There was a big football game at the climax of the movie, and a character named Painless, quote, said, "All right, bud," and said it to him as he was heading out, I guess.
We'll have to watch it now.
I know. No, this is studio movie, not the sitcom.
Yeah.
Or not the TV. Yeah. I love the sitcom.
Yeah.
I love watching MASH.
Yeah.
Okay. The first season of Sesame Street, Oscar the Grouch was actually orange.
Oh.
They changed him to green before the second season by saying he had gone to a muddy swamp and turned green overnight.
That's funny.
It's amazing. We were talking about how many youngsters don't know Sesame Street.
How sad is that?
I know. Yeah. Which was your favorite character?
Probably Big Bird.
I know. I know.
He's always so happy.
I know. Yes. Yeah. My least favorite probably was Oscar the Grouch. I was like, come on, let's get happy. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. Nebraska is the only tripled landlocked state. Didn't know that. I never thought about that with
Yeah.
Nebraska, which means it doesn't even touch an ocean. The states bordering it don't even touch an ocean, and the states bordering them don't even touch an ocean.
Yeah. Well,
Nebraska.
yeah.
That's very interesting.
I would think that would be all of the Midwest.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're a double landlocked, right? Is that right? I think that's what I think because they call it, Nebraska's a triple landlocked state. It's the only one. I don't know.
Yeah.
What if they say that? Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever they, yeah. 2 out of 5 Americans have bad mornings.
Oh.
Is it finally Friday? If you need a little bit of lift this morning, you're not the only one. Even if the work week is coming to an end. A new survey found that 38% of Americans admit they, quote, bad at mornings. The average person gets out of bed later than they planned, 8 times per month, but for 10%, it's more like 20 times per month.
Oh.
Now that's something that I'm a morning lark.
Yeah.
So I don't
relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually up early.
And I'm really pretty happy in the mornings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that I try to, the attitude of gratitude, getting up and getting, I'm usually pretty happy.
Yeah.
So if you want to catch me in a happy...
Catch you early, huh?
Catch me early. There'll be a lot of obstacles throughout the day, right? That might make that happiness
dwindle a little
bit.
Yeah.
We're dwindling over here. Yeah, you're killing me. I think of Seinfeld. You're killing George over here. Yeah. Of course, sleeping in too late can make mornings even harder. Yeah. I don't sleep in. Do you?
No.
I really would like to do that.
Yeah.
I'd like to sleep in and eat eggs. Okay. I'm not that person though. I'm up early and I'm not eating eggs. Right. Okay.
I slept until it was 7 o'clock one day last week, and I usually sleep with an eye mask on.
Oh, I love that. So I love that so much.
And I don't know I don't know what happened, but anyway, I woke up and it's full daylight outside, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I oversleep? I think it was last Friday when I was supposed to be here, and I was like, am I late for the radio? It was 7, right at 7 o'clock. Yeah. That's sleeping in.
Yeah. Did it make you feel better?
Yeah. I needed the sleep.
Well, you needed it. Yeah. Again, if we listen to our bodies, sometimes our bodies just tell us we're
rest.
Yes, but we don't do that. Yeah. That's where I'll turn it around and grab coffee or, or try to perk my, and if I would just let my body do its thing, and rest. Yeah. Well, a 20-minute, they say always or 20 minutes
cat nap.
Yeah.
That helps me a lot sometimes.
I've heard of people that do that, and good for them. Good for you. Yeah. Yeah. And you have to kind of work with your body, train your body, so to speak, to shut off and get that 20 minutes. Yeah. But not there. Again, I tell you, I'm a work in progress. Okay? I'm an all-day sucker over here. Let me tell you, working on things. Of course, sleeping too late can make mornings harder. 41% of people say a late start means they might have to skip breakfast. Yeah. That's what I'm very guilty of that. Yeah. 16% will skip showering. Please don't.
No.
Please don't do that.
Need you to shower.
Yeah, please. Please don't do that. If you have to eat toast in the shower, just please. Yeah.
Please shower.
Yes. Especially as we start getting warmer. Yeah. High noon. Yeah.
Skin strong.
Yeah. That natural feeling is coming out. 11% will save time by not brushing their teeth. Oh no. No. I cannot do it.
I'll be late.
No, me too. That is something that's not even negotiable.
No.
For the people in the survey, 43% say they use an alarm to wake up in the morning, with the average time for the first alarm being at 6:33 a.m. So my alarm is earlier than that. And I usually I go ahead and set it just for some reason. I always have that backup, but I usually kind of wake up on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually me.
So real quick, I know we got to get out of here, but here's some lies that we tell ourselves to get us motivated in the morning. The world is a better place because of me. I have never thought that.
Me either.
No, I don't think I'm that valuable. Number 2, this could be the day I meet someone who loves me for who I am. I never think, yeah,
No.
I don't have these thought patterns. They're giving us more credit. I guess I don't have that much credit. I can't wait to see my kids' beaming faces. I do love that.
Yeah.
And I have a song that I would always wake the girls up by.
Oh.
So, they know this song, and when like if I'm like if they're napping and I come in and I start singing it again, pillows start flying. So I ask, none of them do it for their children though. It's so funny. And I'm like, so like one time, like one of my daughters was telling that she couldn't get the boys up, and I'm like, do you want me to sing the song to them? And they're like, oh God, no. Oh no. Don't do that to my children. It's the good morning star shine. Yeah, they did not know. They thought I wrote that. You know what I mean? They did not know that was an actual song. Again, I'm like,
my
what?
mom, always said the wakey, eggs and bakey,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
It's like childhood trauma. Yeah. And then when I do the glitty, gloopy, glibby, oh, that's when they just like, oh, I did the whole thing. You know what I mean? That was, yes.
Just angry.
Oh, beyond. But they were so angry, they would get up. They would get after, after all of that. Yeah. They would come storming.
That's
Yeah. So, I guess so see the kids beaming. I loved putting my children, letting them go, or I loved the bedtime. I loved wake up. I loved everything about being a mom.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Love every bit of it.
Yeah.
I matter at work. I don't know that I've ever thought of that. I mean, I know that if I don't get there ain't gonna be nobody there. So it's like I'd be doing it to myself. I get out of my bed now to make a fresh, healthy breakfast instead of driving through the drive-through. So good for you that get up and have a fixed breakfast like you do. Yeah, I love that. Good for you. And that you're very organized like that though, Tracy.
Some days it takes all my effort,
but you do it. Yeah. I go for a jog. Oh, I mean, hats off.
Yeah.
You talk about superpowers.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Like I used to be that person.
And I did too. Yes.
And now I'm like, exercise before work? Like, I don't know.
I used to get up and do like yoga and do aerobics and early morning.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that person went.
I don't either. But
she's not here no more.
Gone.
She's gone. Yeah. And another thing is that we motivate ourselves. I'm sure the room will stop spinning once I stand up. That might be a little dangerous.
Yeah.
You might have had a little bit good night or something.
You probably just better stay where you are.
Yes. Best to do that, right? Yeah. So those are just some fun things. But all right, we got to get out of here. Tracy, I want you to have a beautiful weekend.
You too.
We definitely want to keep Holly and her family. Yes, we love Holly and her thoughts and prayers. Definitely keep my family in your thoughts and prayers. And we got a lot of things going on. So anyway, but we thank everyone for tuning in, and let's thank our sponsors.
We're going to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Purley Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates with Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, and Temple & Temple.
All right. Thank you, Tracy. Have a beautiful weekend.
You too. Thanks.